I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really need it.
A good company that teaches how to get more leads online.
And I kept searching and searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes. Thank you.
If you are looking for one as well, look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Lori Ballin here from Las Vegas. I'm a real estate business owner and marketer. I also own a marketing company where we help real estate agents across the globe with their digital marketing strategies. So basically, you get to do what you love to do, which is go out there and deal with customers and sell houses and negotiate. And we do what we love to do, which is lead generate. And we lead generate for you. And we do that on the web. And of course, I do this for my own businesses as well. Well, one of the tools that I use actually is IDX Broker. And basically, IDX Broker is what gives us the ability to show real estate listings on our website. So if you're not familiar with the term IDX, basically the Internet Data Exchange, it's the syndication system where as part of the broker reciprocity agreement, it says we all get to syndicate all of the listings that are in our MLS and we can all show them on our website. Of course, we have to have our little disclaimers in here and our stamps and whatever else that our specific division requires, right? Our specific board of realtors requires. So what you might not know is that you have choices in which IDX you use. And when you determine which IDX provider you're going to use, it changes the looks and feel of your website and how it functions and how those properties look and how big the pictures are and where the lead capture is and all kinds of changes. And a lot of real estate agents don't know this. They just get their website turned on and they think that's all they have. Well, if you're using a platform like WordPress, it's completely customizable and you have the ability to add in the IDX provider of your choice. Now, here at Ballin Brands and for my real estate team at Ballin Network, we've chosen IDX Broker. And the reason we've chosen IDX Broker, well, there's several. One of them, quite simply, is that it releases the IP address. And I'm not going to get into that on today's video because I have something very specific that we're going to go over today. I'm going to be doing a series. But that's one of the reasons that I chose it is the IP address, which helps me then track the leads. Another reason I chose it is how customizable it is without getting into the CSS or custom coding. There's a lot of options that we can do right from the dashboard that change how our IDX looks and functions and feels and how our lead registration works. And I really like it for that reason. And there's others that we'll be getting into as I go through this series on the IDX Broker tool. If you are using IDX Broker already, great. You're going to love this video. If you're not using it yet, you might still listen to my videos because there's always little tips and tricks regardless of the IDX that you are using. Or you may decide you want to switch. And I will tell you that I do have an affiliate link. It'll be posted here with this video. Or you can log on to loristools.com and all of the tools that I use are on that page. And if you scroll down to IDX, look at IDX Broker, there's a link there. And when you use my link to sign up, you'll actually get the $99 setup waived. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that. Also, if you need help with the customization, you need help with the setup, you need help getting your IDX to function with your website, or you need a real estate website, check us out at ballinbrands.com. Excuse me, ballinbrands.com. All right, so let's go over here today. Remember, there's so much to show you with IDX Broker. And IDX Broker is great about having trainings and tutorials on a regular basis that you can also follow. Just remember, I'm a real estate agent too. This is what I do every single day. I lead generate all day long on the computer. That's my primary focus. I'm a teacher, trainer too, but lead generation for my real estate business always comes first. And so I'm doing this every day. So I'm pretty current with the changes and what's happening. My number one goal is to rank on the search engines. And so I build out a lot of community pages and real estate blogs and articles that rank very well on the search engines. And then I drive a lot of traffic in through social. And then we're doing some Google pay-per-click, Pinterest, Twitter, that type of thing, Facebook ads as well. All right. So what I want to show you today is how we can customize the lead registration settings. And I'm starting with this one on purpose because it's actually one of the biggest ones. If your website and your IDX is not set up to capture leads, it simply won't. One thing we have found is that you must have some sort of offers and a registration process, whether it's forced or suggested or only available upon a certain click. That's completely up to you, and that is debatable, depending on are you trying to rank on the search engines. You may not want to have something popping up on that first landing, which Google then deems a poor quality user quality experience. And so they look at things like that. So it's going to depend on if you're driving them in through pay-per-click ads and everything you do is through pay-per-click marketing, you may want to have a more aggressive forced registration approach. If you don't like forced registration at all, you may want to just have a suggested registration, and there's ways to do that as well, or you can include specific offers that they only register when they look at an offer. There's so many different ways to do this, and that's one of my favorite things about IDX Broker is the flexibility in lead registration. Okay, so there's a couple ways that we can do our registration settings. We can do them customizable by page. So we can say, if they land on this page, this is how I want registration to work. And here's your set of pages. Or you can go in and build a saved link, and you can assign specific registration there, which I will also show you. Or you can assign standard lead global registration preferences. Okay, so let's do that first because that's the most common. That's what we see the most. So if we go over to leads, we're going to go to lead registration preferences. Okay, what you're going to see here is the 4 standard options. And I do have the premium account. I am paying for the higher end account. If you're not going to have as much flexibility in these registration settings. So of course, my suggestion is to have the quote unquote guru edition and pay the little extra to be able to have full customization. I've compared the difference. It's pretty astronomical because I've done pay-per-click services for clients with the fully customizable registration, and I've done it for others that didn't have as much, and the conversion rates are much higher on the ones that allow us to customize. And I'll show you my personal preferences here as we go through this, okay? So the first option you have here is conservative. So conservative basically allows your visitors to land on your website. They can browse and browse and browse without a forced registration. Then if they say, hey, I want to see this property or I want more information, then it pops up with a sign-up form, okay? If you choose conservative, you are not going to get very many leads. You would have to have a very, very large inventory, be driving a large amount of traffic that people actually want to know more information about that property, okay? So let's take Zillow, for example. They do very well on that, people requesting information because they have the lion's share of all the traffic for people that are looking at real estate, quite honestly. And so so they can afford to have that option there when people want to know more about a property. I will tell you my experience, the leads go way down when it's on conservative, but the quality goes up. So if you're an agent, let's just say you're a single agent and you're not after massive leads online, you're not out there really pounding it trying to get a lot of leads online, but you would like to get some, and you're working on some, and you're working towards building it. You might just want to leave it on conservative and get only the interested if you don't have a way to convert those leads and you aren't going to chase them all. That's an option for you. Obviously, it's really good for search engine optimization. Google does look at it as a quality experience, not having all those pop-ups. So if you're trying to also rank on the search engines and in the beginning you're not as concerned with the high volume of leads, you might want to have it on conservative. Just keep that in mind that you are not going to get very many leads when it's on conservative, okay? Because they're only when they're interested in that property. Okay, next we have balanced. So balanced is going to let them look at a few properties and then it's going to pop up with a registration, okay? Aggressive is even stronger, and then we have custom. And I'd have to actually look at the difference between balanced and aggressive because they both say a few listings, but I do know aggressive has stronger pop-up forced registration than balanced does. Okay, we can look at them here. Let me see if it actually says balanced. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and look at it because there is a specific difference. I just couldn't tell you what it is exactly today. Okay, and then there's custom, which I tend to play with a lot. So let's go into custom and click on customize settings. And we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you a couple things. First of all, your sign up form here, you can customize and put in more fields or take out fields, okay? So maybe you only want email addresses. Now, the less fields you have, the higher lead volume you will have. However, if you only are capturing an email address, you better be able to convert email leads at a very high level or be able to track their phone number from that email lead or something like that. Because if you're not also asking for a phone number, it's going to be hard to text them or to reach out with them. I have a very comprehensive internet lead cultivation system that we built called the Autopilot ISA, and it's completely built on email and text dialogue. And the highest response by far that we get is from text. Text seems to be the magic bullet right now. So I would not want to not have a phone number in there. However, the standard form does not have a phone number. You need to go in there and click add more fields, add the phone number, and then make it required to actually get the phone number, okay? So the less fields, the more signups. However, you have to decide what's worth not getting the information to get more signups. You'll have to look at that. Then you have a customizable thank you page, and this is where you put in your tracking codes for like Google AdWords, your conversion. You're going to put those codes right here on this tracking page so you can track your Facebook and your conversion, Facebook and your Google AdWords conversions, which is incredibly important. When we click over here to global registration rules, this is where you can say, I only want to force registration when they do a search, or I only want to force registration when they use the map, or I only want to force registration when they look at the results, the page that has all the results of the listings. Or I only want to force registration when they actually click through on a property and want to look at specific details. Or I only want to force registration when they click on photo gallery. You can also set each one up and you can say, I want to request registration. So that'll mean they can close it if they don't want. They can close the little box and they can keep going. That's an option too that you can try. You can redirect with third-party URL as well. You can make the registration recurring. So you can say, you know what, I'm not going to force it. I'm only going to request it, but I'm going to request it every 3 properties. So there's going to be a form that pops up. Remember, you are compromising the user experience with these annoying pop-up boxes. Let's be real. We all know that they're annoying. However, they do work and they do function at capturing leads. So you have to test and measure and decide what works for you. And I will tell you what, in my experience, what has worked best for me. Okay? So you can do recurring or non-recurring. And then you can also customize these forms. So here's the default, which I can't stand. No offense, IDX Broker. This is very common with most forced registrations. This red sign up now button. You must sign up now. That just ticks everybody off, doesn't it? So I change mine and I say something like, you are about to gain instant access to the homes database as a member of the exclusive Las Vegas Real Estate Club. You can be first to see the hottest properties on the market. Don't miss that great deal. Something like that, okay? And play with it, test, measure, A/B test, whatever works for you. You can change these colors. You can make it bold. You can make it italic. You can highlight it. You can do whatever you want. Play with that. You can put links in here. It's even got an HTML editor, so you can put code. It's all kinds of fancy, okay? Just remember, pay attention to where that shows up and how it's functioning, all right? Now, let's just say, in my case, I'm going to force registration at the photo gallery. So what I do here is we go to Advanced, and I go down to force registration on the photo gallery, and I force it 0. Now, here's why I do this. I have been doing this for years, and I don't do things by gut. I won't say I'm not an intuitive marketer, but I look at the evidence, and I use heat maps and scroll maps and overlays, and so I'm able to see where the consumers click and where they don't. and where they scroll and where they don't, and on a mobile device where they click, and on a desktop where they click. And what I can tell you is if I have a picture, they click on it. If I have a blog post with a picture, they click on it. If I have IDX properties, they click on it. I could have a random picture of a horse and they will click on it. It is absolutely amazing. People understand that when they click on images, something happens. Another reason I force at the photo gallery is because my experience is this is something they're willing to trade their information for. They're a lot more upset when we force at the first detail page and they can't get any information. Where in this case, they can look at all the results they want. They can look at all the details they want. They can look at all the map searches they want. But the very second they click to scroll an image, they're going to register. Or you can say, you know what, I'll let them look at one page of photos, but then they're going to have to register. Whatever you want. Mine blank is 0. So I have mine at 0, and then I'm going to click custom. You are about to gain full instant access to the Las Vegas Homes database. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Full instant access. And you know what? Full instant access to Las Vegas Homes database. Then I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay, now I've got this in there. Now, in order for this to work, I also have to change the template that IDX Broker has standard for its pages. So let me show you this. So I'm going to go into, let's go back into Pages. So we go to Designs and we click on Pages. Now the Details view, Details, this is where we actually see the information about a property. So if you click on Layout, you can see all the different templates. Now, the mistake that most real estate agents make is they want to show all the pictures. Well, if you show all the pictures, what's left for that person to register for? That's a mistake. This is a standard template that comes like that. And if you're using that one, you're already giving away the house. You're already giving away everything. So what do they have to register for? Okay. So my suggestion is the 3 images or just one simple image, which is what I have here in my case. I'm using the Home Basic with one house, okay? So here's what it looks like, as you can see. Now let me reload that page since we just edited our settings. And I don't know why that's in all caps. Oh, that's new. Okay, don't worry about that. I'll come back to that. So I'm going to click on View Photo Gallery, and there it is. Now they have to register. And here's what we just typed in. Congratulations, you are about to gain full instant access to the Las Vegas Homes database. So I can put whatever I want up there, make it big and bold and headlines and colors and, you know, describe this exclusive real estate club that they're joining, whatever I want, and then sign up. And if I don't want last name, I can get rid of that field. If I don't want phone number, I can get rid of that field. If I want more, I can add those fields, okay? So this is how we would do all of the registration from there. The other option that you have as well is you can go in here to do it by page, which I mentioned before. So you can say, okay, I'm going to do it from here, Photo Gallery. So we're going to leave our lead registration global settings off, but then we're going to go in page by page and say, okay, if they go to the Photo Gallery, then I go to Preferences, then I'm going to force them to register. Okay, in my case, they already match because I've already gone in and done that. I could also add the details page here if I wanted to do it that way. Okay, so one will override the other. So pick one way of doing it. I'm either going to do it from the lead generation settings and use the basic or advanced or custom, or I'm going to do it at the page setting. Then the other really, really cool thing that very few people know is that when you create links, which are fantastic for Google AdWords, Facebook advertising, you can also turn on more aggressive settings on top of what you've already done. So let's just say in my case, I'm a huge SEO, focused majorly on the search engines and traffic and leads from the search engine. So I want to make sure that I am not hurting my SEO by having forced registration too soon or by reducing the quality experience. And so I don't want it just to pop up at first land like a lot of the other websites do, you know, where they just click something and land on a details page and it forces registration with a pop-up with no click. It's just a pop-up. I don't want to do any of that, okay? However, when I'm doing Google AdWords or I'm doing Facebook advertising, I have one goal, and that's to capture the lead. In that particular case, I'm not there to get the person just on the website or get them surfing or to create a relationship between their website, their computer, and our website. I want them clicking and registering and becoming a lead. And so therefore, my strategy, I might be more aggressive about how I set things up. So in that particular case, what we do is we go over to preferences, and we're going to go to save links, and we're going to go to create. All right, so let's just take an example. Let's say I want to run a Google AdWords or a Facebook ad, and I want to put see all homes, all 4-bedroom homes in Las Vegas with a pool under $400,000. Okay, these are very typical ads we run all the time. So I'm going to go down here to advanced search, and I'm going to choose single family homes. I'm going to put only properties that are available, not under contract, in Las Vegas, under 400,000 with 400,000 with 4 bedrooms and with a pool. Okay. Now I can also say, you know what? I only want to show 25 results on the page, or maybe 10. I want to get them clicking. So I want to get them clicking to the next page. So I'm only do 10. I'm going to sort by the newest listings first, and I'm going to say only properties have an image. Now these are all flexible, customizable. I'll go through all of this stuff on a future video. But then once we do this, we're going to go down here and we're going to go to next step, and we're going to save the link. And I will save this as 4-bedroom homes in Las Vegas with a pool under 400,000. Okay, hopefully I don't already have that link. Now, this is not for SEO purposes. I'm not going to also include this in the menu. This is really strictly just for my Facebook ads. So I'm not going to worry about much else for the point of this video. Then I'm going to click Save and Manage Links. And then here's the link we just created. So let me show you what it looks like. We'll click on Preview Link. So there's 364 results with a map. This is perfect for Facebook ads. Okay, perfect for Google AdWords. If people are searching, it's exactly what we want. We got map, we got list of homes. As soon as they click on one of these homes, they click on photo gallery, it's going to have them register. But that's the only spot I have registration. So they could get around that by just not clicking on the photos. Okay, so let's just say for pay-per-click marketing, I decide I want to get more aggressive, which I find the photos capture is pretty good on pay-per-click marketing as well. But if I want to test more aggressive, all I have to do is go to preferences, edit preferences. So now I'm editing the preferences of just that link. I go to lead registration. Now I can force registration as soon as they land on that page. I could say 0 or 1, and I could customize this list of homes is amazing. Make sure to register for full access, something like that, okay? And I'm going to click Save Changes. Maybe I'm going to make that bold or green or play around with that a little bit. And then we're going to, we've forced registration. Now let's look at it again. So I'm going to reload the page. Now, we set it at 1. Oh, it's already popping up because I set it. Let me go back and see if it'll let me set it up at 2. You have to play with this a little bit. I'm going to go to 2. Save it. And let's open this. Yeah, it's because I've already got the pop-up forced. So typically I can change that to 1 or 2, and then it'll let them browse around a little bit before it forces them to register. But it's a really cool option to be able to add this next layer of aggressive registration to a link that is the rest of the website doesn't have. So the photo registration that we put on the default settings will still apply here, but it'll also have this extra layer of forced registration when they visit the page if you want them to do so. And that's basically it for today. And again, go over to lauriestools.com and check out the IDX Broker link. And follow us on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lori Ballen, B-A-L-L-E-N, for more videos. I do have a complete training system available for real estate agents if you want to take your lead generation to another level and you're an at-home learner, or you have an administrative team that is helping you. The Ballin Method. So you would go to theballinmethod.com, and I have a complete training system there where you can learn how to place your own Facebook ads and how to set up your own WordPress website and how to do blogging, and there's courses and videos and training information. It's an instant digital download, instant digital access, not a download. So as soon as you purchase the system and you log in, you have instant access to everything. It's a lifetime product, and it's updated continuously as digital marketing changes so much. I'm constantly in there updating it and making sure that it is current. In addition, we do have, our team also does train. So we have on our team, we have trainers. And so you can have weekly training or bi-weekly training, monthly training with our team on how to use Infusionsoft CRM, how to build websites, how to build community pages and IDX brokers, IDX pages, blog posts, everything like that. If you want to rank higher on the search engines, you can work directly with me, and we're available for that. And then every Tuesday we have Tech Training, Tech Tuesdays, where we walk you through everything that we're doing step by step in a 30-minute action-packed webinar. It kind of helps you with accountability and helps you have some place to log into to make sure that you're staying so that it's staying top of mind, so that you know to stay at it. So really, there's no excuse. We have a complete suite of services and tools for you. So check out ballinbrands.com for all of these events. I do teach and travel live. So check out the Ballin Events calendar to see if we are coming near you. And stay tuned for the next IDX Broker training, which I'll be posting very soon. Thank you so much for joining me today.